Guys, this is going to be a recording of what the live film study could look like. So, what you're seeing right now on the screen is this is the seventh grade team from the 2024 season. They are currently eighth graders, going to be freshmen next year. Um, this is against Henryville. I want to start out here and just kind of take a look at this and break a little bit of this down. So, when I'm watching film, one of the first things that I'm going to do is I'm going to pause it, right? Um, if I'm watching the offense, this is our offense. What I'm going to do is I'm going to watch every position, right? So I'll play it through first one time, just full speed, so I know what the play is and the outcome of the play. And then I'm going to start breaking it down person by person. So position by position, what were we supposed to do based on how the defense aligned here? And then just kind of diagnose the play from there. All right, so let's take a look at the play first, see how it goes. Okay, check that out. That was that was good. A lot of yards after carry on that one, or yards after contact on that one. So first things first, we are in um, a red off formation here. Okay, you'll see our two receivers here are both on the line of scrimmage. We've got five offensive linemen. We've got split backs, quarterback under center, and then this guy here would typically be your tight end. So he'd be up on the ball and he'd be off. But the formation that we're running is soft back formation. It gives us the ability to be able to move this guy around, pre-snap and stuff. Do a little bit more with some blocking too. So this is a red off position here, okay? And we just see a simple dive play right behind the guard here, okay? So simple dive play. Couple things went really well in this position. I in most situations I'm going to watch the receivers too. Unfortunately, here they're kind of not in this play realistically. It's a quick hit right up the middle, so we're going to focus on these interior nine here. Okay, first thing we want to see is how's the defensive line aligned to us here. We have a zero technique. Looks like he's pretty well head up over the center. And then we've got an outside, so maybe a 505. Okay, the techniques. The zero is head up, so even numbers are head up. Odd numbers are in the gap, right? So a five would be here. Over the guard would be a two. Directly over the tackle would be a four. So if they're outside shade of those guys, they'd be in a five technique. So that's where I'm saying we're in a 5-0-5. Okay, this guy here looks like he's a walk down backer, right? So they're playing a 3-4 look maybe with the backer walk down, or a 3-3 and walk down a safety. Okay, but um, so they've got some numbers over here. They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, four guys to block for our fifth guy. Right? So a couple things have to happen right here for this play to work out, because technically we're outnumbered. I mean, we're even, but you'd like to have the numbers. The ideal play would be to have run it over to this side where we could have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then ran with this guy in six, and they've only got a couple guys over there. But we call a dive here, okay, and it worked really well. And the reason it worked really well was because of the blocking. So let's watch this here, right? So we're gonna slow it down, okay? Watch it in slow motion. Watch how they fire off. Okay, you see the offensive line over here? They fire off quick. They're already getting out. The center is going to go straight for the zero technique, and we get a little bit of a double team from the weak side guard. Okay, here the weak side guard then is going to work up to second level because he didn't have anybody over top of him, and nobody in his play side gap, which would be the right. So he's going to work up to the next level, right? The play side guard over here, not the weak side, the play side guard is getting straight up to backer right now. He's got nobody over top of him and nobody in his play side gap because this guy's head up. So this guy's thinking center's got him. I've got to get up. He's going to have to take him, which means that this guy over here is excess. And realistically, if he's trying to rush off the edge, running a dive here, we're not too worried about it, okay? So we watch here the center and the weak side guard do a nice job doubling, and then the play side guard gets up to backer. We see a really nice double team from our tackle and our off back who loops up and in and picks up this double team here. Okay, he kind of seals it, right? That off back kind of seals it, and everybody else is blocked. And this guy right here, the outside backer walked down. He just kind of takes himself out of the play, right? He just there's nowhere for him to go, so he's out here. The backside tackle did plenty to occupy the defensive end over here, right? So we watch that. He gets a nice step. That first step, look at that first step. If you're trying to seal this guy to the outside, that first step is critical. Watch his first step. Boom, right? Now, when this guy rushes to the outside, he says, sure, you can go that way. You can go that way. Ball's gone. He gets up past him, right? So now what we're looking at next is watch this guard up here. He's going to continue up and he's going to take care of that backer, right? That leaves our running back one on one with this guy, okay? And he runs through an arm tackle. He's a good athlete, runs through an arm tackle, right? And so he gets contacted at the 40-yard line there. He ends up springing forward to the 48? So 8 yards after the initial contact, okay? But none of this happens. None of that run happens. That's a nice finish. None of that run happens without proper blocking here, right? So, from a coaching standpoint, what do I want to see a little different here? Okay. Um, I'd like to see. I'd like to see uh, a situation where the center and the guard double this guy, and the center passes him off to the guard. Right. So I want this guy realistically over here, so our center can come up and kick this guy because he's coming here and he's taking this guy. That would have really sprung stuff all the way. You wouldn't have been slowed down right there. Um, that is the one thing that I would say on this play that we would want to coach up. That and really, I want the quarterback not to be watching back for the ball. Um, right, he kind of turns back and watches back for the ball, which signals to this guy. So, but I'm not going to tell the guys, hey, don't turn and look back at the ball. What I'm going to tell them is, hey, quarterback, good job at securing the handoff. Uh, Now carry out a play fake here. Okay, carry out a play fake. That's all I'm going to say. I don't want to reinforce his negative action here by saying, "Hey, you look back," because I don't want him to look back. I'm not going to repeat that. So he's thinking about how look back, look back. Those words are in his head now. It's going to be great job at securing the handoff. Now carry out a play fake to really get this guy going, right? Um, from the other back here, the other split back, he does a decent job with um, selling that initial fake. But this is where these two guys here, this action in the backfield, this action's got to be cleaned up a little bit because what we want is it to seem like he's getting the ball and coming back this way. So it should look like he's going to be getting here. So it should be the handoff there, and then he's faking the quarterback faking this, right? That's kind of what we're going to be looking for in a play like this. Um, but otherwise, really good stuff on this play here.